All right, we're back. We're gonna hop straight into the charts. I'm planning on this video, just giving you guys a head up. I'm planning on this video being around 40 minutes. So, and then I'll come back after this video and make another, I think, 2 hours. So, just to kind of give you a heads up of what we're going over. So, heading straight into the charts, it looks like we hit this area right here. Oh no, not nearly perfectly. Yeah, this, like I said before, I don't know exactly. It doesn't look like this is a moving average. It doesn't look like this is a, I don't know exactly what this is right here that's causing this resistance, but regardless of what it is, we have this clear fractal idea of it constantly dips, constantly dips, constantly dips. And it's crazy because usually when you have the price action, usually you'll have a price action hit this level, dip below it, and then it just tanks or whatever. At least to a support line. But what you see is you constantly have this idea right here, this idea right here, this idea right here, with no real, like, answer in the comments if you can figure it out. Like, I just can't see anything on my charts to dictate why it's finding resistance at these levels. Regardless, like I said, because we found resistance at these levels, we were most likely going to find resistance at this level. We came down, we tapped it as support. This is where we left off. And then usually when we break support, it continues lower. So what this shows me, that we constantly wick right here and that we're constantly wicking right here, what it shows me is that, we're consolidating. We're really just consolidating. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum, and then we're going to go back to the Bitcoin charts. It looks like that measured move double top that we're playing out, that idea. And then on the higher time frames, we might have possibly, which chart did we draw it on? It was something like, was it Bybit or bit by bay? Nice. So yeah, they didn't have a lot of liquidity. Let's see. We just drew it on the last. I don't think it's Bitstamp. But when we look at Bitstamp, does have one. But when we look at the Ethereum double top, and I'll get to it in a second, I think it is Femex. No, it's a different chart. We can just go over it real quickly. Then I'll look for it in a second. It's on the 4 hour. It's fine. So yeah, you clearly have a double top right here. It might be not entirely clear to you right now. I'll get the chart pulled up in a second. But we did have this, this is the neckline right here. We did break the neckline. We did confirm it with a candlestick. And it looks like, we are heading lower. The key critical area that we want to look at in this short-term time frame on the 4 hour is we want to see if we can break this wick right here. If we do break this wick right here, there's really nothing supporting up this. Essentially, it would be a downtrend at that point because you have a high, a lower high, and then a lower high, and you have a low, a lower low, and then you'd be setting a consecutive lower low. So it would be a downtrend. On top of this measured move, but that's also part of the reason why these measured moves start out the way they do, like why they play out the way they do. So yeah, we're definitely looking at this area right here as a key level of support. This could be a hammer stick formation. It's a little bit printed bearish. It is a hammer stick, but it is so a hammer stick traditionally is a or a bullish pattern in this case, or reversal pattern, but it is a red candlestick. So you can't have them be green candlesticks, and they tend to do a little bit better that way. And there is a bearish engulfing, it looked like, or not bearish engulfing, but that like long, well, I guess it is a bearish engulfing because you do have this, and this is a reversal pattern. So really what this shows me, like if you really look at it, it's consolidation. So you have this shooting star pattern. It's not perfect, but it definitely is that idea of, we come up here, and it's like exactly what I was talking about on Bitcoin. You come up here, you find, a lot of buying pressure, and then there's not enough to push, and it ends up coming back down. So this is basically saying that we want to go up, and then this is saying that we basically couldn't have the pressure. It wicks, it comes back down. Right here, it's like we want to come down, but we don't have enough selling pressure, so we come back up. Now, I do think that this is just really consolidating before we do end up hitting that measured move. Comment in the comments if you guys know exactly which chart we drew it on. I think it might be BitMEX, or it's either BitMEX, or I think it might be, because we had the idea drawn out, but this one right here. Is that the one we just clicked on, BitMEX? It's not Binance, is it? No. The last thing, I think it's Gemini. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm trying to run through these things pretty quickly. Like I said, this is probably going to be like a 30-40 minute stream, and then I'm going to be streaming for a few hours later, and then tonight. This is just another stream. I think this is the third stream today. So this right here is going to be your double top. This right here is going to be your neckline. It looks like it's playing out. Like I said, key fundamental area is going to be this level of this wick right here. This is the measured move. We don't really need this measured move because we drew it right here. So this is what we're looking at. Like I said, I think it's really just consolidating before moving down lower. We took a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take another look at Bitcoin in a second. It's mostly just consolidating right now. Let's take a quick look at BTC.D, then we're going to take a quick look at total, and then I'm going to go into those altcoins and just brush up on a lot of those altcoins. I'll take a quick look at BTC. It looks like we might have found resistance at this level right here and then moved down higher. It is looking pretty favorable. It looks like we're about the halfway point, and anything even remotely close to this is like a doji. It's a little fat for a doji, but basically this just shows indecision, and it looks like we're just consolidating, moving down lower. We did find resistance right here pretty stiffly, but and that's really consolidation right here. But this is definitely a reversal right here. This was pretty strong selling pressure right here. This right here is a doji. It looks like we're just cooling off, and anything, if we get to close anything around here on the 4 hour, we should slowly start moving down. Like I said, it's that theme of consolidation. It's that theme of hitting this, bouncing, hitting this, bouncing, hitting this, bouncing. And relatively speaking, we hit this and bounced off of this close, and we're moving back down again. So like I said, this is going to start looking like a downtrend, more so playing into this bigger downtrend that you see right here. I'm not too concerned about this price dropping. This was a relatively concerning point right here, but there's nothing in the 4 hour candlesticks that is concerning to me. So this looks like it's going to be good for altcoins. Again, we'll keep you updated. I mean, I make videos like, I think I made a video like, it's only been like an hour at the most, so like I'll keep you guys updated. So if anything changes, you'll know. If you have your notifications on, you'll see the videos. I'll definitely be making another video in at least, let's see, probably about, yeah, I think like within 4 hours I'll definitely have another video out, even though I'm doing one like within 45 minutes now. Lots of videos. Lots of videos. This is looking very bearish, which is not good in general. Right here you also have a substantial move, so this is critical. I'm going to draw it out right here. Yeah, but this is absolutely critical. It does look like, guys, you're hearing it here first. BitBoy, I wasn't going to roast. Like, I know a lot of you guys are like, lay off the punches. Like, yeah, these bigger channels deserve it. Like, I don't know how you know what you know, but you're killing it. So I'm not trying to lay on the punches anymore, but BitBoy was like, nobody could have predicted those 3 dumps, and we predicted all of them. The reason we were able to predict them so easily is because of total crypto market cap. It looks like, again, guys, this could be huge. This could be huge. This could be us calling another dump for 3 in a row against the entire market. This right here is a double top, and I'm like working it out. I'm like charting it. I'm drawing it for you as I'm talking. Waiting for this to load. If we do get a double top on total on the 4 hour, this is going to be massive. This could tank the market. We're already, it looks like we broke the neckline right here. If we get a 4 hour candlestick close right here, all we need to confirm this is volume. And this is absolutely substantial, where Ethereum and Bitcoin, 2 of the biggest cryptocurrencies, which are going to be affecting, this is the total crypto market cap. This is going to be massive. This could tank the entire market right here easily. So, I mean, you're hearing it here first. If you're like, should I buy right now? Should I sell? Guys, this is huge. I'm not buying anything right now. I have some money set aside. I actually been borrowing money to make money on Cardano. I don't recommend that to anybody. Just pretend you didn't hear that. I've made all my money back, but I've been taking out huge loans to buy Cardano. Because I ran out of capital. I have all my money invested in crypto. And I'm like, I need to, I was already borrowing money, getting collateral to buy Ethereum by doing a 1x leveraged long to accumulate more Ethereum. And now I'm, using margin, using my credit to get more Cardano. You don't need to hear that. That's, not most likely what any of you guys are dealing with right now. Like, not that, like, I mean, if you have $1 million and it's all in crypto, then it's not like you're poor or anything. It's not like that. It's just like, that's just like, you guys are not at the level right now where you should be taking out loans, most likely. But all my loans are good. Obviously, Cardano is doing really good. So it looks like if we get a 4-hour candlestick close right here, I might be buying some more Cardano right here. Just again, like a lot of people are like, I want to follow your footsteps and whatever. Cardano's good. We'll look at in a second. We'll look at the ETH to Cardano charts, because I think that's going to be one of the most fundamental, important charts on crypto. But the only reason I'm telling you guys I'm taking out loans to buy more Cardano is because I really need more Cardano. You can never have enough Cardano, and I want to be transparent with you guys. I always want to tell you guys what I'm doing. I always want to tell you guys my portfolio, even though I wouldn't recommend that you take out a loan. I have a really good credit, so like, yeah, my interest is cheap, and I did the risk to reward ratio, and I have the money to pay it back and whatever. So like, it's whatever. But and I was willing to expose myself to that risk. But the only reason I'm telling you that is because I want to make sure that you guys know everything I'm doing. I want to be 100% transparent on here, because like, I feel like a lot of these bigger YouTubers, you're like, wow, I really wish I knew what their step-to-step play was. All right, so that's huge. We're looking for the 4-hour candlestick on that. That could tank the entire market. So obviously that's massive. Let's go into the next biggest chart that I want to see right now, and I think a lot of my audience wants to see, because they're like, should I buy? Because they always hear me talking so bullish about Cardano, and I'm not really even trying to sound some type of way. There's very little to be bearish on Cardano. Is this? We had a chart. We charted this a little bit yesterday. Somebody was asking to see this chart. Jeez. This thing's just massively bullish. I will hit it with a Fibonacci retracement tool. I think that's fine. Although, like I said, it's not like extremely substantial. And we're going to go to a higher time frame. Let's see what the daily looks like. Yeah, so definitely the daily is where we want to hit this Fibonacci retracement. Like I said, anybody can draw a Fibonacci retracement, but it's really important to make sure you're getting the critical area, like the most substantial area, and this right here is definitely it. So I told you guys yesterday, against everybody, I don't want to call out Crypto Love, but he was like, oh, Crypto Love was like, oh, Cardano, Bitcoin, it's in this channel. And I was like, guys, it's one thing to talk about technical analysis. It's another thing to actually understand why the technicals make the markets move. And the reason that I was right and Crypto Love was wrong, just very blunt, is that not everybody is looking at this chart. They're mostly looking at the ETH to USD comparative chart, and like I said, it's extremely bullish, undervalued. And so if there's not a lot of people looking at this chart, the real issue to this chart is going to be an overextension of the RSI, but the relative strength index. But if enough people aren't looking at this chart, it's only going to have so much substance to like the price interacting with it, whatever, you know what I mean. If there's no real traders like intentionally looking at this chart to trade it, the RSI and its relevance on this chart is only going to be so substantial. So that's what I said yesterday. It was like yesterday was a day ago. So it was like right here. I said it was going to keep going up. Guess what? It went up against crypto love. I mean, I don't dislike crypto love. I mean, you got to understand that a lot of these guys, I was like the only person watching them. Like with BitBoy, like I was watching him well before he was famous. And I was always rooting for him. And now to see, these guys, hold on to like their arrogancy and like we're obviously a superior channel and they're not giving us credit when I was giving them all the credit. It's just, it is what it is. You see how it is, when you're in it. But so anyways, anything like this, anything on the daily chart, like a close like this, is going to be absolutely massively bullish. If you are charting this, really, it's not so much that you're going to do technical analysis like on this chart. Like I said, anybody can do technical analysis. It's not about that. It's about understanding the actual fundamentals behind the technical analysis. And I was saying multiple times, it's not really important. Like we could, find support, but mostly the price action is going to interact mostly with the Ethereum to USD value chart and the Cardano to USD value chart. Those are going to be the most significant. Not everybody is necessarily looking at it. There's more people looking at ETH to BTC chart than they are looking at this. It's just not as relevant, but it is relevant to us because we want to know what's important. Should we be buying Cardano or should we be buying ETH? And we look at this chart for answers. And I think if we get a daily close, anything relevant to this, it is important. This chart is important. You cannot ignore this chart, but it only has a certain amount of relevancy, is what I've been saying constantly. And having a daily close anywhere remotely close to these levels, which I think is possible, is going to be massive for Cardano, over Bitcoin or over Ethereum. Not that, this couldn't change, and I think it will change, but I don't think it's going to be based off this chart like what Crypto Love was saying. Like I said, I think it's going to be more so determinant on more macro charts like this chart that we've been covering, which is the ETH to BTC. So like I said, we hit our target perfectly on the extended measured move right here, the Fibonacci extension. Our measured move on the double top on the macro patterns was this level right here. We've been looking for this level right here. Like I said, there could be an amazing opportunity in Ethereum, just depending. We want to hold this critical level right here. If we do break this critical yellow line right here, let's make it red. Because red has a lot of effects on like the subconscious. Like when you're like in like sales or something, when you color something red, it like makes people more likely to like draw attention to it. So we're looking at this red line right here because this is very important. I want you guys to know this is very important. If we break this line right here, this could potentially initiate another ginormous double top, and we could be heading lower all the way into this channel right here, which would be significant. And I'm trying to lighten up on the punches with the major channels, but it's just crazy. We're really dealing punches out here. We're like the little skinny white boy that only has 100 subs, and we're just knocking out every single major channel. Like BitBoy doesn't understand why ETH to BTC comparative. Like look at my charts, BitBoy. It's free to subscribe. We're for the people. Even the Bit Squad. You guys can come over here and we'll help you out. You can stop losing money and getting liquidated. But we're just like the little guy knocking everybody out. We're like the skinny little white guy that everybody's laughing at. And then we're just like going up against all the big dogs and knocking everybody out. I'm trying to hold back the punches, though. I really am. I'm trying to get better about it. Everybody's like, it's enough, it's enough. Get off them, get off them. You're just beating the crap out of these guys. Alright, so the daily close is looking really good on Cardano on the daily. We are, like I said, I like to do these because, these are all significant areas and these are going to be all different levels that technical analysts are going to be looking at. It looks like the price action is just slightly below this last crucial Fibonacci retracement. And then if we get a close even remotely close to this area right here, this is going to be extremely bullish for ADA. It has been consolidating, and because of the cool off, the RSI, because of the dips, we have been cooling off RSI and resetting a lot of major indicators like mostly the RSI and this like the stochastic. So it's looking really good. It's looking really healthy. Still a lot of room to run. You guys know we have some short targets set up, in the $1 range to. I mean, these are all relative Fibonacci areas that we can always look at. These do have precedence, but I'm going to go over, once we start, really breaking all-time highs again and have a blue sky breakout. I'm going to clean up the chart. I'm going to go on a different chart, and I'm going to start looking at major Fibonacci retracement areas that we can be targeting. Right now, it's just looking healthy. Again, we're possibly looking at a dip because we did look at total crypto market cap, and it was pretty substantial in the sense that there's a very real possibility if we get that 4-hour candlestick close on total to confirm that double top, which could crash the market again. And then you're going to hear BitBoy, I got liquidated again and I lost all this money. I'm like, nobody could have possibly predicted it. Well, I know, our channel is literally unbelievable, so much that BitBoy can't believe it. Nobody could have ever possibly predicted this. Well, I got it streamed live. So let's go to Link real quick. Let's check out Link. But like you guys always notice the trends. Like really, Cardano's and Ethereum are the really only two coins. Like as you see me constantly go over TA, they're gonna be the only two coins that are really holding their value. Really. So this is a double top that looks like it played out. It looks like. Just off the top of my head, it looks like it overextended its double top. So the measured move should have been from candle bodies right here to, I mean, we can measure it, but it looks like it overshot its measured move, and that's more of a bearish signal. And then we constantly see the price action consolidate and move higher. And so really, this is just a massive consolidation. A lot of the guys that are involved in the space with Link, there's just not enough bullish. Yeah, I mean, that massively overshot this double bottom that we're looking at, or this double top right here. So, I mean, you can be more, you can measure the wicks and stuff, but we always, everybody likes to go conservative with the measurements, and that's the way to do it. It looks like it did find some nice support on this moving average right here. This is the EMA. It looks like the 50. It looks like the 50, but then it did break it. So what we would want to see is we would want to see it break, or we would want to see it hit this area, find support, and then hold it. And that's just not what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of bearish tendencies, and like I said, a lot of the macro factors like BTC.D, although BTC.D from what we were looking at looks good. My main concern is just total, and Bitcoin does look like it's consolidating, but total could definitely push it down if we get a 4-hour candlestick close, anything remotely close to what we're looking at right now. And if that is the case, then all these coins are going to follow. So you usually see these coins in like a downtrend, and they're all in this. It looks like we're consolidating again in synthetics. It looks like we did hit that upper band. Found resistance there, and we're continuing to consolidate. So it looks like we hit this area right here, couldn't break above it. We're consolidating. Would I enter into this guy? No. This is most likely what like we went over yesterday. Most of these coins have a downtrend. You enter into these accumulation zones, they consolidate, they mostly just consolidate, and then they're testing these Fibonacci levels. And I think that's what we're going to see as we go over a lot of these coins. Again, nothing of these coins are really screaming buys to me right now. Like I said, like Uniswap we're about to look at for a second. Uniswap clearly has, the market for decentralized dexes. You can say PancakeSwap and, all this different stuff, and, PancakeSwap has the lower fees, and that's fine. And you know, it just is what it is. But at the end of the day, Pancake Swap can never accommodate all the different tokens that Uniswap has. If you want like the ultra micro cap coins, like we talk about the ecosystem being the best with Uniswap, they offer the best liquidity rates. Like when you're staking, or not staking, when you're yield farming on Uni, um, they provide the best liquidity value over Sushi, over a lot of the main competitors. And they're decentralized, which is huge. So I mean, yeah, I mean, Uni, it looks like we might come back and back test this area, but I'm not really looking at this. This is, you know, obviously in a downtrend right here. It's kind of oscillating in consolidation. You see this doji very clearly. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to diversify, you want to get a good deal on some of these coins, you know, there's different levels that we're looking at. But right now, I'm not really interested in doing any of that. Let's take a quick look at XLM. I know a lot of guys on the channel like XLM. And I talk about it so much because I feel like I'm just repeating myself, going over like the main points. Because I can talk about it and really get into depth on it, but I feel like people really just need to know the main points on it. So right now, if we get a daily anything close to here, that's not really a concern. This is more so just like, yeah, doji, it looks like it's consolidating. It looks like it's hovering around in these levels right here. It did find support right here. That's relatively bullish. It did break above here, get a daily close above that. That's relatively bullish. It looks like, you know, again, we could see the market, you know, go down. And if the market does go down, you know, obviously we're looking at this level right here. We're looking at this level right here. Mostly this level right here. This is like, you know, in a more like if the price action was to come down here as Bitcoin's and total was going up, then that would be incredibly bearish. But like I said, total's not looking too good. If we do get that, you know, double bottom, all the coins could go down. This would specifically be you know, the area that we would look for before a major dump, because there's nothing really supporting it from there. Then you have this double top idea, although it looks like it played out. Yeah, I mean, you have this giant double top. You have one top right here, you have one top right here, but the neckline's all the way up here, so it looks like it's just a played out double top. Huge fundamental levels would be, you know, this Fibonacci area right here, and then this is a significant area that we've been charting for a long time, so possibly down here, if not this level right here. And then we do have these two moving averages, like depending on how bullish you are in XLM, you could cost base average into these levels. If it was me personally, I would be looking for something like this or this and getting a small amount in. I'm already diversified in XLM. I guess I'm not as bullish on XLM as everybody else. I think that, you know, the adoption will come, but I don't think it's going to be the adoption in this cycle that everybody's thinking it will be. Am I going to put some US dollars in next cycle on some XLM? Most likely, but right now I just don't think everybody's going to switch over and start, and XLM is going to be the new like PayPal, but like 10 times better. I think that is the future. I don't think that it's this cycle. I don't think we're going to see that kind of massive adoption. I think this cycle, a lot of people are just getting involved with cryptocurrency. They're not going to really know how to use it. They're not going to be really using it this cycle. A lot of the normies, I think it's more so they're just going to hold the coins like Bitcoin, Uni, Link, things like this. And then I think next cycle, everybody's going to be like, okay, we're familiar with cryptocurrency now, and we're using the tokens. We're not just actually holding them and buying them and using them as an investment. We're actually going to be using their use cases. We're actually going to be, you know, buying, you know, switching tokens on Uniswap and paying the gas fees, or, you know, hopefully on Cardano. So with extremely low gas fees, but you know what I mean. People are going to be actually being like, hey, do you have an XLM wallet? I can just send you some money right now, things like that. I think that's not this cycle. I think it's next cycle for mass adoption to really get going the ball on that. I just want to talk about it because I know a lot of people on this channel specifically are really into XLM, and that's just kind of my viewpoint on why I'm looking at those lower extension levels to accumulate. And if it doesn't get there, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I would rather do Cardano. So yeah, I mean, this would definitely be a level right here. I think this is going to be pretty attractive offering right here. And then you do have this moving average right here, which is pretty significant. And you do have this moving average right here, which is relatively significant. If we do come all the way down to here, I don't think we will. We have pumped up pretty significantly, but I don't think we're going to. It's really hard to unstake DOT, and it takes like 20 something days to stick your DOT, at least on it's like .js or something like that. That staking, which seems to be the most popular by far. So if it takes so long to unstake your DOT, I don't think, because a lot of DOT's tied up, I don't think that we're going to have this massive dump. I think most people are going to be buying up the limited supply on exchange. I think we're going to have something like right here, looks pretty substantial. But if we do end up dumping, I mean, this right here is the neckline for this double bottom. So if we do break this level, we could come down lower, and then again, it's just buying it up. But the technicals would say that we would come down lower, and then yeah, I mean, if we do break this key fundamental uptrend right here, this would substantially go lower before we hit this target. But with a lot of these things, like if we do break this level, this would technically be a double top. But with the asset being so bullish and looking at the fundamentals and the supply shock, because a lot of it's staked and it's not easy to move around, I don't think that we're gonna get. I think we would get a wick. I don't think that measured move would play out to like $12 or something. But all right, and if it's anything even close to like what Cardano has been showing, the strength that Cardano has been showing. So again, we're in that accumulation zone, consolidation. This is a doji right here. This is a really fat, unorthodox doji, but regardless, a doji in the consolidation zone. Breaks higher, bullish, breaks lower, bearish. We could find support at this higher time frame of golden pocket right here at the top level of this 0.768 level right here, and then move higher. So we'll see how that works. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else? I was going to pull out my phone. Let me just go over the notes real quick. So altcoin season is looking pretty good. Bitcoin, the only concern I have with Bitcoin, it's looking like it's consolidating more than anything. I think that's a very fair appraisal on the market, is that it's consolidating in between, that Fibonacci area and those Fibonacci areas that we went over. And then my main concern with crypto right now is, there is a double top, and it looks like we could get that final dump, and it seems like that a lot of people are very bullish in the space and that there's a lot of buyers. I know Michael Saylor has been buying a lot. We're not going to really cover the news too much. I don't really like to cover the news too much. You guys can get that on other channels. But it looks like we could bounce to 42, and that'll cover it. So we went over ADA, Link, Uni, XLM, Synthetics, VET, ETH, YFI. That's the last one. And I mean, like I said, ETH is in that, ETH is in that double top. So I think I covered it like as much as you need to know for what I was looking at. Oh wow, so it looks like we could possibly have a double top right here. Yeah, so there's a massive double top right here, and I think that this could definitely, this dump that we could have could definitely play this out, just depending on how long the dump lasts. But this is the neckline right here. It used to be a thin line, like this is an idea, but what I said, if the double top on the 4 hour of total ends up playing out and the market does actually end up dumping, again, all eyes on the 4 hour of total. And I'm going to cover that again really quickly at the end, because I think that's the most significant thing to be looking at for the entire crypto market, no matter what you're invested in, alt, Bitcoin, whatever. So this looks bearish too. So you do have this morning star pattern and shooting star morning patterns, but this one is very definitive. This one is almost textbook. I just want to see this candle body be a little bit smaller. Regardless, it's looking really, you have this right here, you have this doji, you do have this resistance right here that it's holding on to, but it's already proven that right here that it can break it. So Anything close to remotely close to closing like this is going to be massively bearish, and this double move, like, and I mean, it didn't find support right here at this moving average. There's no major moving averages on the daily. Maybe on the 4 hour before that, they could possibly find support on. Yeah, so I definitely look at, YFDI could definitely be tanking during this drop if that double top ends up playing out. All right, let's take one more look quickly at total, and then. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like our measured moves. I think a lot of people are missing this. And this is going to be huge. Now, it does in the immediate short term. We do have a low, and we're not going to set a lower low from this alone. It really is going to depend on how much we consolidate and what kind of 4 hour candlesticks we're printing. We could just consolidate a little bit, and have that 4 hour move wick up and then get, a hammer stick pattern and potentially reverse out of it, and that would be the dip. So really keep an eye on the candlesticks. Anything like right now, it's looking like we have a very bearish long red candlestick. This could definitely, like I said, if this plays out, if this candlestick right here closes anything relatively close to where it's at right now, this definitely selling pressure definitely has the momentum to bring us down to this measured move of this double top that we've been covering. Again, we could consolidate in these levels right here, not break this level, even bounce off of this level and still be relatively bullish on the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, but it's all going to come down to the 4 hour candlesticks and how exactly this move plays out. We could see a close right here. We could see price action hit this measured move, and then break this wick, whatever, come down, hit this area, and then wick back up, and then we would have a hammer stick pattern, and then potentially start moving back up, and that would be the dip. The other scenario is we close this bearishly, hit our measured move, close another bearish candlestick, and then break this key critical area right now. So all eyes on total, in my opinion. That's going to be the most substantial, whether you're in Bitcoin, whether you're in altcoins. Whatever the case is, alt season, Bitcoin, whatever, all eyes on this level right here, because this does dictate the amount of money coming into the space. And if there's money that's leaving the space, like, we talk about so much, this is what causes the crashes, and this is, what all the major channels, all the big channels are missing. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I tried to make it a little bit quicker. I got a lot I'm doing today, but I'm going to be on again for like an hour or two, and probably 2 hours, and probably 2 hours I'm gonna be on for like another hour or two, and then I gotta go to the gym, to be honest with you, and then I'm going to be going on again tonight. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated constantly, but I think that's everything you need to know right now in the markets. Just next time, if you have any questions or whatever, I'm gonna be streaming for a little bit longer when I get on in 2 hours. So just let me know what's good in the comments. You guys know I love to answer your guys' comments. I love to get help you guys out. If you're newer, everybody starts somewhere. Don't worry about it. Ask your questions. I really want to answer them. I really want to interact with my community, and I really want to have a discussion. This is a community. We're talking about crypto. That's what I like doing. Obviously, I'm very passionate about it, and I'm very confident in the space. So if you have any question and you're like, I don't think this guy can answer it, I probably can. I've answered all sorts of crazy questions in person and